peeps? It's Great White making it happen again today with some more Portal Knights. Hope you guys are having just the best kind of day. I'm having a great day myself. And today is a very exciting day because I'm going to show you a new mini game that I made in Portal Knights using logic blocks. It's a pretty cool one, and it's pretty simple, and it's fun. It's an interesting thing that we've done. I'm going to show you how it works. So, this is called Grunt Buster. You look at the map here. Grunt Buster. Grunt Buster is the name of this game. And it's pretty simple. So let's just kind of look at it. I'll show you guys exactly how it works. So basically, when we show up, let's test play the island. That'd be a cool way to show you guys how this works. It's kind of like a either 1v1 or 2v2 or however many you want. And it's not traditional battling or fighting. What it is I've used fire traps, or those fire turret things. You guys know what I'm talking about, these things. And now I've fallen. Let's go back up. These fire things, and I've set up some doors. We can actually jump in here and take a closer look. These things fire this direction or the other direction, respectively. And there are these doors right here, which are controlled by the buttons up top. These doors over here are controlled by the buttons up top. And the way this works, what happens is that when you press that button, it closes your door. The door underneath that button closes for 1 second, and then it has a 2-second cooldown. So the button press has a 2-second cooldown. So I can actually show you that really quick. So if we hop over here real quick, when we press this button, it shoots a fireball at the other side, at the other team, and then this door under here, let's see if I can get you to see it. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit difficult to see, but that door under there closes for just a second. Yeah. And the whole point is that if your enemy shoots a fireball at you, if you time it correctly, when the fireball gets here, you can close the door to stop the fireball from getting through and pass this to the grunt that you're going to have underneath here. So there's 4 different spots, and there's 4 points you can score. It takes about 6 hits from a fireball to kill a grunt. So you're basically playing this back and forth game where you're shooting a fireball at each other and trying to block the fireballs that are coming in to try and kill the other person's grunts before they kill your grunts. So 6, 12, 24 hits and you win the game. And when you kill one, the lights on either side of that door turn off so that you know that it's no longer there. And then when you score a point, when you kill one, a light shows up over here. You get 1 point for each one you kill. Once you get all 4 points, the game's over and you win. So if we jump up here again, the way we start the game is we have this button. We simply hit this button, and then there's a 10-second cooldown. There's a 10-second wait for the game to start. We can jump over here and see. 10 seconds later, boom, the grunts have shown up. Now, this is a pretty cool thing. I ran into this issue where the grunts, you guys know with grunts and any creatures, they kind of wander around. Some of them don't. Some of them are stationary, but any normal creatures wander around. And that became a real issue for me when I made this game because the grunts would wander out of their pen, out of their area. And it would make it difficult because then the fireballs wouldn't hit them and the game wouldn't work. So to combat that, to fix that, what I did is I took that closest hole, that closest firewalk, and I destroyed it. I'll explain why the firewalks are there in a minute as well. But I destroyed that and I dug it all the way down to the ground. So if we actually walk over here, there are grates on the ground so you can see your grunts under there. And you can see that goes all the way down to the end of the world. So that guy won't wander off. You guys probably know this about enemies already. They won't wander off the edge of the map. So by creating an edge of the map, I've now made it so that our grunts will stay in their pens. And now it's exactly what it looks like. It's a pretty simple game. We simply hit these buttons. And again, the door closes for 1 second. And then the button stays closed for twice as long. So it becomes a little bit of a strategy here. You can't sit there and just spam, 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 spam because your door's only going to close for 1 second and you can only press the button every 2 seconds. So you really have to be careful and try and actually time it to hit when the other person's fireball is coming at your door. When you close the door, the fireball doesn't travel through doors, so you can block them you can try to block them hitting your grunt. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but that's the whole point of the doors. But I can show you guys exactly how this works. I think that was 3 hits. This would be 4. I think this is 5. Oh no, that's 6. At least for a couple of them. So that one's dead, we can tell. And the lights turned off, and we've scored 1 point. We hit another one. Dead. Scored another point. And this one. Scored another point. And boom. Just like that. We scored another point. And we know that we won when it starts blinking. And if it ever comes down to like a really close tie, so you guys shoot at each other and you both hit your grunts at the same time, well, one of you is going to be probably a split second sooner than the other. And the logic blocks that I have that pick the winner, when one person wins, it turns off the other person's timer. So there really shouldn't be ties. There should be a winner every game. Now, the reason for those firewalks is that, okay, I've won now, and there's not really much point to continue playing because red players won. So instead of having to reload the world and play again, I made it so now you can actually hit this button and those firewalks will turn on and it will kill those grunts that are hanging out in there still. And once those grunts are dead, which should happen now, I believe. Once those grunts are dead, the logic blocks will recognize that all the grunts are dead. It'll reset the game, and then 10 seconds later, it should start again, and we should have grunts in here. Yep, and we're ready to play again. So this game you can play as many times as you want to without having to reload the map. The logic blocks are built into just this single button is all you need to use. There are no instructions or anything because it all seems pretty self-explanatory to me. But that's pretty much how it works. So yeah, it seems like a pretty fun game. I played a little bit with Nicky Ma, but this is something I made in my free time. I spent maybe like 2 to 3 hours of my life building this. A lot of that was actually just building the arena itself. The logic block is very, very simple. In fact, all of the logic for each of the buttons, I have a little bit of logic blocks underneath the ground behind them just to control the buttons and the firing. I have a little bit of logic block underneath here controlling this button, just a delay. And then the majority of the logic blocks that I made are behind this scoreboard thing. And it's only, 2 wide? These walls are solid. The front and back walls are solid. So it's only 2 wide and whatever, 18, 16 long, something like that. So it's really pretty simple. Not too complex at all. And a pretty cool game. It worked out really well, and I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm going to upload it to the Steam Workshop so you guys can play it if you want to. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this, if you want anything explained, if you guys want to see a tour of the logic blocks and you want me to like go step by step and explain how things work and what I did to do what I did. I would be happy to do that for you guys, but make sure you do like this video if you like this. If this is the kind of stuff you like to see, I definitely want to know that. Seems like Borderlands videos get a lot more views on the channel anyway, just because that's basically what I've built my channel around all these years. So, yeah, just let me know if this is something you guys are still enjoying, and, yeah, you've been a pleasure as always, and I hope you do have just the best kind of day. See you later, dudes!